I started from 400 a month, grew my business to 600K, and here's the one thing that I did differently than anyone else in this funnel space. I'm sharing a video from the course, my flagship program, Fulltime Funnel Designer, and I genuinely think that this is gonna change how you look at your business. And so if you're stuck, make sure you watch to the end to see literally the entire process of what I would do to build my business back up again. And enjoy. How to get over fear, stress, overwhelm, and comparison with others and reach the top 1%. That's what this video is about. Welcome back. I think this is one of the most important videos that you'll watch in this program, and I truly believe that, and for a couple of reasons. Now, I'll share my screen and we'll go over the short presentation that I put together. One of the reasons why I believe this is because in life, sometimes we know what to do, but we still don't do it. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. I'm also going to share with you an analogy, crypto versus business, how the two go hand in hand. And when you apply these principles to your life, to your business, you're going to create assets that will serve you for the rest of your life. And you have this currency of client projects, which you'll see here in a second. So the title for this presentation is How to Get Over Fear, Stress, Overwhelm, Comparison with Others to reach the top 1%. And this is the emotional roller coaster. If we know what to do, then why aren't we doing it? So like if we know how to build the funnels, why not we doing it? If we know how to create content, like why are we not doing it? And it's the same thing as you'll see in fitness, in finances, education, you know, like eat more healthier, less calories than you spend. Finances, like make more than you spend less than you have, save, invest, multiply. Education, like invest in yourself, like read the books, like why are we not doing it? And so sometimes it's easy to see a concept and still not do it. What's easy to do is also easy not to do, like attract, close, and build. It's easy on paper, but how do you actually do it? And also, I believe like one of the reasons we don't act is like, what if I spend all of this time investing into building funnels, posting content, like trying to build my personal brand, and then it doesn't work out, like I've done this all for nothing. And so we're gonna use Bitcoin as an example. You can see from 2017 up to 2021, all-time high at November 5th, at the time of me recording this, went from 145 to 68,521. So in a few years. Now, why is this important? Why am I sharing this with you? Well, a couple of things. Number one is like how the biggest gains are made, and then we'll tie back to business. This is a method called dollar cost averaging. You probably heard it if you're into crypto. It means just every single month you invest something, or every week or whatever it is, like you invest the same thing consistently, no matter how the market is going like up or down. Again, you'll see why I keep comparing this to business in a second, but you can see here, different price points, like it doesn't matter, you dollar cost average, you do the same thing because of a belief that you have that this is going to be worth it long term. So let's say, in total, you have 4 Bitcoins, you bought 4 different times, average price was 7,000 per Bitcoin. You now own 4 of those Bitcoins, you paid a total of 7,000 per Bitcoin, so 28,000. Price goes up and down. By November 5th, 2021, it was 68,000, which means a total of $274,084. Now, so what you paid what? 28,000. You have 274,000. So the most common mistake that people do though is they base their decisions based on emotions. Right, so like when the price goes up, they FOMO buy into it, like fear of missing out, right? They don't want to miss out, so they buy into it, and they're like, man, I can't miss this. And then it goes down, they panic sell, and they're like, man, I spent money that I probably shouldn't have spent on this. Let's sell it now while I still have, some money left. And then they buy back in when it starts going up, and it goes down. It's like panic sell, like trying to time the market. FOMO buy back in, and then you panic sell to save some of that money with a small loss only. Okay, so total investment, you start with 1 Bitcoin, 20K, you panic sell at loss for 8K, you buy back in at 12, you now have 0.66 Bitcoin, you panic sell at 7K, you now have $4,600, you FOMO back in at 42K, because you're like, man, this is going parabolic. So you FOMO back, you now have 0.11 Bitcoin, you panic sell at 40K, so you're left with 4,400 instead of 270. Like that's the difference in this example. Now, what this has to do with business? If you take a look at the long, chart here, you can see most of the time it was, kind of like in the same area, and then boom, things took off. This is the compound effect. So, even if in that range, you look at this market right here, it's still up and down. But that was the compound effect where you started seeing the biggest returns, like those, 2021. And that's why I call this the emotional roller coaster, because of the ups and downs. And so here's a tool that you can use that I've used and it's served me greatly in my business. Here's where you start your business. Here's where you feel excited. You're like, let's do this. I'm excited to build funnels, get paid, and live my dream life. And here's the goal, right? So you're trying to make this work. You build your first concept funnel. So like you gotta have some funnels to show to clients, like at least one example, like here's what I can do. And so it sucks a little bit because you're not getting paid for it, right? And then you start posting it. People love your content. You're like, yeah, this is great, awesome. And then at least they did like my content, because now the engagement is down. So you're like, what's wrong with me? Like, am I doing something wrong? Then it goes up, the first free project. And so you're like, great, this is awesome. We're moving a little bit closer to the goal. Then they ghost you. So you're like, okay, great. Like not even a free client. Like you're gonna ghost me even if it's free. And it sucks. So like you're almost back to zero. But then you get another one, and this is a great one because now they wanna hire you for real. Like, yeah, you did the first one for free, but this person end up paying you for your first project. This is what I did as well when I built a funnel for free, and then later they wanted to hire me for the next one. And from there, the snowball took off, and they started referring clients to me. And so now I was getting clients myself, and other clients were getting me clients. This is the power of staying consistent. Then it goes down because you're like, man, I spent 10 hours on this funnel. Like I feel overwhelmed. It's an advanced one. It's a new one. So you're learning a new industry, a new funnel type. So it's a little bit overwhelmed. And then it goes down because you got to create another concept funnel. So you're like, well, I just got paid. Now I got to do one for free again. Like that sucks. So it goes down a little bit. But then you get your first 1K project and you're like, okay, I got my first 1K project now. And it changes your beliefs about certain things. Like when I got my first 1K client, I saw the opportunity. I was like, if I can do this once, I can do this 100 times, and I'm gonna make way more than I'm making in a job where I was making 400 a month, or 1,000 a month, or 1,500 a month. So things start taking off. You get another 1K project because you're getting some momentum now. Like all of this work up front is starting to pay off, and then it goes down a little bit more because you're like, I shouldn't work for free. Like you get a week where you don't have any clients, so you start feeling like, okay, I have to create a free concept funnel now. Like I have to produce content for free. Me, who just had a couple of clients, like I shouldn't have to do this. And then you get your $1,500 client, and you're like, okay, it's actually working. Like let's do this. But then you have a massive dip, and you're questioning things, and you're like maybe even mad. You're frustrated. Like I deserve better clients. I shouldn't have to post content and help people for free. Like I shouldn't have to maybe redesign someone, like give a funnel audit or create a concept funnel, or redesign another person's funnel to get more experience. And like I shouldn't have to do things to learn. Like I've had so many clients already, right? But then when you do that, you get even more leads because you just power through, and boom, you get 2 funnels. And they pay you way more than any of these other projects. And so first, there's a lot of free work. Look at all of these, like free concept funnel, first free project, another concept funnel, like I shouldn't work for free, right? Then you get your first $500 client, and it changes things because now it's real. They want to hire you now, okay? Maybe it's not that much, but it's a step in the right direction, and you can leverage it and slowly increase your price. So then $1,000, 1,000 here, 1,000 there, then 1,500 there. And you stay consistent, and finally get a 5K project. 2 funnels, it's a personal brand or e-commerce brand or whatever it is. Like they want 2 different funnels. You sell it as a package, is 5K. Maybe even some of these who paid you 500, 1K, they see your value now, and you have some more examples, some more experience to show them. And so you can charge 5,000, and you feel confident because you've actually done this now a couple of times. You've built all of these funnels, and you've basically hustled your way in the first couple of weeks. So why is it that people still struggle though, right? I believe that most people struggle with this because of the inner chatter, the inner beliefs they have of like the ups and downs. That's the emotional roller coaster. So how do you deal with it? How do you deal with the emotions? Here's my trick. It's like, I believe that everything in life has ups and downs. It has, like, if you get a client and you think that you're untouchable, then you start lacking, and it has a drawback. Like, the drawback is not focusing, not doing your best, not pushing yourself, not growing, and not delivering 110% to the client. And so, you know, the second order consequence is like having a client that is not referring you to someone else. And so like everything has a neutral balance to it. Everything that's like negative, you feel like it's negative, like, man, this client ghosted me. Maybe you got upset, and so you worked even harder, you learned even more, and now you have the next 10 projects are amazing because, well, maybe even the next years of your life is amazing because you got frustrated from this one thing where someone hurt you or someone did whatever, like someone ghosted you. Maybe the client agreed that they're going to pay you 5K, they're going to pay you 2K upfront, 3K when delivered, or 2.5, whatever it is. Like, it feels frustrating, but then because of that event, that happening, that thing in your life, something else amazing happened. Like maybe someone left you in your life, some new people entered. Like, everything has ups and downs. So what if everything in life, the emotional roller coaster, is just blah, blah, blah? What if you change it? So if you look at this, you choose how to react, because at the end of the day, like, you have day 1 and day 90. And so no matter how you felt, time still passes. It doesn't care about your feelings. So if you look at this one, again, it shows a little bit more visual, like day 1 and then day 90. Most people, they have this. Funnel 1 here, funnel 2 here, funnel 3 here, because of all the chatter, all the noise in your life, like all the drama, you know, toxic energy, people telling you you can't do this, whatever it is, right? But when someone reaches out to you, they don't care about your inner voices, personal challenges. Like, they ask you like, hey, can I see your portfolio? Would love to hire someone for this funnel, for this project. We have a budget of 10K for these funnels. And like some of, you know, sometimes the price is revealed later, obviously. But still, like, they are looking for someone, and now you have to be ready. I use this as an example because I used to play soccer, like semi-pro. I got paid to play football or soccer. And, you know, when we had trials or tryouts, I would travel to Sweden. I was traveling to a couple of different places, and I had to be ready during off season. Even though nobody was looking for me, I had to be ready to show up at my best when the time was right. And so someone comes to you, you can either have this, 3 funnels. Okay, so you're like, yeah, you know, I have these 3 funnels. And you're like, you're not really that confident because you know you could have done more. Or if you change what you hear, you can have this. So like, look at all of these funnels, and now they're assets. They are case studies. They're examples. They're your experience of like going in and playing the game, like getting into the page builder, like setting the pages up, designing, pushing your creative boundaries, and you dollar cost average, just like I used the example of Bitcoin. You don't worry about ups and downs in your life. You make sure at the end of the day, you get the stuff done. At the end of the week, you have the tasks, the funnels built, the content posted, and that's what you do no matter what, you know, life throws at you. So when people come to you and they say, hey, can I see your portfolio? This is the first 90 days. Then this is the next 90 days. Then this is a year from now. People say, we're looking for the best of the best. We're happy to pay premium. This is what I built. They compare you to the person who has 3 funnels. You stand out. You can talk, you know, you can recommend what funnel they should have. You can understand when they say the upsell page isn't converting. Can you take a look at it? You know how to set it up if they say something's broken with the order form. You know what to do because you've built these, whether it is for free clients or paid clients. Now, as you continue to build funnels and you put yourself out there, you grow your audience, you reach more people, it's inevitable. Like, success is inevitable because you keep becoming better by actually doing, no matter the inner chatter, the inner voices, the noise. So year 1, you have these funnels, right? Create predictability and safety by actually having a lot of assets, a lot of funnels in your toolbox. Year 2, it starts compounding, right? Year 3, look at all of this. That's how you bulletproof your income. That's how you stand out, and that's how you build a safety net for yourself, for your loved ones, for the rest of your life. You're stacking those skills, and you keep them forever. So first year, maybe you make 50K, 70K, 100K. Then you gradually increase your profits by increasing your price. Next year, maybe you make 100K, 120, 130, 150. In year 3, you have assets for life and you're making 200 to 350K. What changed, right? Like what changed? Because you're making more. Well, you didn't build more funnels per week. You didn't get more busy. You just became better. You became faster, which means your value increased and you're now raising your fees. You're working with better clients. You have more fun. You get a sense of more fulfillment because you see the results, the impact that your work is having with these projects. So that's the difference of going from 50K to 350K. Is like you are now building assets. It's a currency. I genuinely feel confident on every single call that I have, every single DM conversation that I have, because I just know that I can pull up my portfolio of different funnels. It lives with me for the rest of my life, and I don't have to put out content of a rented Lambo or, like trying to fake it till I make it. Cause like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I get on a call and someone is like, if someone is looking for a funnel, like it doesn't matter if if I look professional, if they ask me like, do you have an example that you can show me? And by the way, if you feel like, man, I don't have any examples right now, so I understand like you have examples, I don't have any examples. Well, what you can do is just, let's say they want a book funnel or a course funnel. Well, if you've designed a concept funnel around the course, you just took one of the course templates and you redesigned it to make it look beautiful. You say, hey, I don't have an example in that industry, but I have this one. And the conversion principles are the same because they're both course funnels. And so you go into Pinterest and you type in course funnel or landing page and you see, okay, I like this theme for this person. Hey, because you're in the fitness industry, I think we should model this type of design and we could create this for you. And now you've shown one example of a similar, not the exact same, similar funnel, and an example we could do for them, even if it's not yours. You say, this is what we can model to build yours, and you can have it live in 7 days. Awesome. Sweet. The moral of the story is this: think long term, dollar cost average, just like you would in a investing strategy. You do the same in the business and you build assets for life. Brian Tracy says, the ability to discipline yourself to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term is the indispensable prerequisite for success. And it's so true. It's so true because everything gets easier because of the skills you have, because of the portfolio that you build, because of everything you're doing. And so hopefully this helps. Hopefully this shows you the path forward, the path from maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed to, is this going to work? Like the ups and downs. Am I broken? Am I doing? No, everyone goes through these ups and downs. So with that said, hopefully you like this video. If you have any questions, post in the Facebook group and I'll see you in the next one.